Welcome back to another Handyman Land video. Today's video is going to be about these two disconnects, how I install them and what they do. And if you would like to watch the entire video of this tankless water heater setup, I'll leave a link for you in the description at the bottom. So enjoy the video, like and subscribe. Okay, you want to set your first screw, get your level, ensure that it's nice and leveled. Get a hole puncher or whatever you prefer to get your next mark. Now take note, when you're installing your clamp connectors, you want to make sure that you're popping out the right size hole that you're using for whatever project it is. In my case, I'm doing a 6-2 wire, so I have 3/4, and I popped out the 3/4 because you have your half, you have 3/4, and the outer one is 1 inch. If you accidentally pop out the whole thing, it's just gonna fall right through. But don't worry, they do sell something for that. The box isn't ruined. Then you go out and you purchase one of these reducing washers. Just purchase the one that you need. I have now my first cable through. Just so you know, what I'm doing is I'm labeling my disconnects 1 and 2. And I'm labeling my 50 amp breakers 1 and 2, so I know which one is to that disconnect. So right now I'm just kind of eyeballing how much cable I need. Just make sure you cut not too short. A little bit extra never hurts. First off, I want to talk a little bit about the disconnect box. The disconnect box, it's not very complicated. I want to give a shout out first off to Ricky. I'll leave a link in the description on Ricky's video about disconnect boxes. On that video, he had a different style disconnect. This one has on and an off. The one that in Ricky's video, you pull out the tab and you put it in, then you can see the on and off, which side you have it on. For here, this is ground, and then you have your line and your load. So your line is basically your source. Your line is where the power is coming from. The source of your power is your line. So you have a line here and a line here. And these are your loads. Your loads goes to your unit. Now, if you're using a disconnect box, they're not all the same. So just check your instructions. There should be, let me see if I could zoom in. You'd probably be able to see your line and your load. So the word load and line. You want to make sure you get that right. Doesn't matter which wire it goes to when you're going to the unit, but you want to make sure that your power, your source that's coming in, goes into the line. This is a 60 amp disconnect. So if it's a 60 amp disconnect, you could connect 50 amp, you could connect 30 amp, you cannot connect 80 amp. That's how this works. Here's a picture of the box so you know exactly which one I purchased. Here I made a little quick ugly drawing so you could probably get a better idea what I'm talking about. So here you go, you have your line is from your panel box. Line is coming in to line and line. Then you have your load. Your load is going to your unit, which is whatever unit you're using, is whether it's an AC unit or tankless water heater. Then you have your ground. Now, just because you have a white and a black, that does not necessarily mean that this is a neutral. Because in this case, what we're using it for it's a hot. Once I get my cable in here, I'll put a little electrical tape to mark it as a hot. I'll leave a link in the description on another video that basically breaks it down on the 220 from the panel box and kind of give you a better understanding about 120, 220 and how it works. So I have my voltmeter now set to test continuity, and it should beep from my line and load right here. Now if I put on the off position, there shouldn't be power now coming to this load. That means my disconnect is working. Now you can also check if you're grounded properly. So you go to your ground wire. Now these two are separate. They're separate switches. So you'll see here I have my line and line. There's no beeping. Even if it's on, there's nothing. No beeping. There shouldn't be. They're two completely separate switches. So this side is one. This side is two. Now this is disconnect box 1. Let's go to the panel box. Now here's my panel box. This is the number 1 for the number 1 disconnect. So you have your hot and a hot. So one hot goes to one side of the disconnect. The other hot goes to the other side of the disconnect. Now here you go. I have my load in. Have my ground wire. It's coming up. And I'll connect it now to the unit. One last look before I put the covers back on. Got my lines, loads, lines, loads. The grounds are in. And two grounds, they share the same location. And these are all considered loads. So how this unit works, well, should work, is the power goes in. This is one side of the unit. Power goes in. This is another side of the unit. So I have my load and load. I'm going to place my leads on the load, and I should get 240. 240. Now, there shouldn't be nothing in the line because I have it on the off position. So let's see. It should not say 240. 0. It's line and line. That tells me that the switch is off. Now I'm going to turn the switch on the on position. Now I should get 240 from my line. 240. Hope you enjoyed my video today. I hope this video helps someone out there. Like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you could get my latest videos. I have plenty more videos that I need to upload. Thank you for watching another Handyman Land video. Like, subscribe.